Late January has brought us the perfect conditions for ice fishing here in Idaho. Today, me and my good friend Auth are on a mission to catch some cutthroat trout. We'll be hiking into this mountain lake, setting up, and catching some beautiful winter-colored fish. The best part is, after the catch, we'll make a fire and cook these fish to enjoy the freshest meal. Stick around for this catch and cook adventure. There she is. We have arrived. This is gonna be an awesome trip because we are finally doing some ice fishing. We haven't been able to get out on the ice yet because we haven't had any cold weather. But I decided to come out and shed hunt a spot a couple days ago. And while I was out here, I checked this lake, which we have fished in the summertime before, and I found that it was frozen. So Auth and I are back in for the day to try to limit out on some fish. I know there's brook trout in this lake, I know there's cutthroat trout in this lake, and I know there's brown trout in this lake. So we are gonna make our way out here, cut some holes in the ice, and we're gonna start fishing. And then I did bring some lemons and some salt and pepper. I think we'll maybe cook up a little fish lunch if we can find some fish here.
Yeah, I mean, there's an inch right there.
You wanna just go see how deep it actually is?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. That's plenty thick right there, yeah?
Yeah, it's completely fine. Yeah, that's like 3 inches.
Yeah, probably 3, close to 3. I've never ice fished, so.
Ah, this is Auth's first time. How are you feeling about this?
We don't have this down south. This hard water stuff, we don't have it.
And this is boy's first time too, apparently.
He loves it.
I'm excited. I'm so pumped to be back ice fishing. It's been way too long. I've been wanting to do this ever since December, and it's late January now, and we finally are doing it. So it's gonna be a damn good day. Look at this southern guy. He doesn't know what to think about it.
Ice. Oh. Slick. Imagine that.
So it's deepest, like you see where those rocks come out right there. That's where it's deepest. But when this is just obviously random, but when I caught that big cutty out of here, I was fishing off that shore, like maybe around here, either up in that deep stuff.
Is there any kind of a drop off?
There's definitely
like an abrupt drop off, or is it gradual?
On this end? It's abrupt, like from the rocks. It just goes straight down from the rocks.
Like
you can
try like where it transitions then. Or?
Yeah, because you can like look on that one big rock right there, and it just goes straight down from that.
Yeah.
So we could definitely try right there first. All right, boy, move. The important thing with this is like you have to wait to bust through, otherwise all the water gets in there. So you want to like really get it even.
So you're kind of scooping it as you go then?
Yeah. But I do have that it's in that bucket, that thing for like cleaning the holes out.
A little spatula looking shit.
Kind of nice to know we like don't have to worry about ice fishing at all. You know?
Yeah, because that was a little bit.
Now we're chilling. Okay, I just busted through. And that is where the problem starts. Because once the water comes in, it's so hard to get all the way through down.
I'm gonna put them on.
Nice. Freaking awesome. All right, I'm gonna start on another hole.
Okay.
I'll work on yours right here. Do you care where I put yours?
No, do whatever.
I think I'm gonna go closer to shore because it's gonna get deeper as we go.
All right, what are we doing?
We are fishing, and we're gonna start with the tip up. And nice thing about Idaho is you can have up to 5 rods when you're ice fishing per person. And so we've got 5 rods total, so that's gonna be about 2.5 per person. We're gonna start with a tip up though. The way this works is you put this down in the hole. You'll take your flag, you'll kind of secure it on this spinny thing right here. So it'll look like this when it's in the hole, and then fish comes, pulls your line, that'll turn, flags up, take this out, reel your fish. So it's a real fun way to fish without actually having to sit there and jig it. So we're gonna rig this up, throw it in a hole, and then we'll start jigging ourselves. All right, let's go set her. So right now we don't know exactly what the depth is, but I've fished this lake enough to know that it's probably 30 to 40 feet right here. All right, we're dropping her down. So I'm just gonna take a mental note to know that we got about 2 feet between our weight and our hook, so I'll come up about 3 feet once I feel the bottom here. And I set this on sensitive. Drop this thing down, and that is all set. So fish will bite, flag will jump up, we'll reel it in, be a good old time. And this is my personal favorite lure to ice fish with. It's called a Swedish pimple. It's just a little silver lure, and it's got a treble hook and a little red flake there. But if you add worms or maggots to these things and just jig them, trout and perch and literally every fish absolutely loves these things. So that's what we'll be fishing with, at least to start for today until we change things up. And I'm gonna throw a couple maggots on mine. And that does get a little bit pretty quick. And there's some pretty good sized fish in here. I've caught 16, 15 inch cutthroats out of here, and this lake is a stocked lake. Even though we had to hike about 2 miles to get here, so they stock it by airplane. They drop the fish in. These fish don't get fished a lot. Yeah, this lake is definitely not a popular one. So kind of a hidden gem back here, but those are the spots that you like.
It's just the worst ever. Tip up line hanging out of my phone.
Go, go, go! Tip up's up, let's go. Go, go! Epic fail. Go! Okay, I'm going. Nothing. False alarm. Oh, that is an insane fall. I got that on video too. Damn. We're just trying to find the fish. We have not found the fish. Trying to look down there, see if we can see them. Haven't seen them. So I'm a little confused. I'm thinking that they're maybe just in the depths. But nonetheless, we decided we were going to fish over here where we have been fishing, just jig for a little bit, and all of a sudden off looks over, flags up. So we race over here in classic ice fisherman style, and both fall brutally at least once. Oth had a pretty good fall and no fish. So maybe it was a fish, maybe it was a false alarm, maybe it was the wind, but we set it back up. So trying to just find these fish, proven to be difficult, but we'll get them eventually.
Oh, it's off. No, it's not. I got it. I got it.
Don't let it get hooked on there. Is it a good fish?
I can't tell what it is. I don't know. It's actually.
Oh, good dude.
That's a big fish.
What is that?
That's a cutty, bro. That's a beautiful cutty.
Holy shit. We are in them, boys.
That's. I might be bigger, bro. What the hell?
Dude, this is the fucking spot.
Bro, oh my gosh.
Hold that up. Hold that up.
That is a gorgeous
Hold it up.
cutthroat. Oh my gosh. That's probably like what, 14? 14,
At
15?
least.
Oh my gosh. Going goofy on the worms, aren't they?
And this is the elevation. This is. I'm telling you.
Did you say elevation?
Yeah, for like depth.
Depth.
Oh, depth. Sorry, my bad.
You're a hunter at heart. You can tell.
I am. That's true.
Yeah, we're at the right elevation for these muley trout. We're keeping all these. This is a stock lake. Oh my
Holy
goodness. Look
shit.
at that fish, bro. That's one of the prettiest cutties.
How you feeling about this?
Pretty amazing. I like that. That's fun.
All right, well, we have finally found the fish, got set. We finally have made a pretty good setup here. We've caught two cutthroats so far, both 14 plus inches, and both of them were off this pole right here. And so this is a good spot. So we're in about 20 to 25 feet of water. We thought the fish were going to be in less water originally, but we believe that they're in deeper water now just to kind of stay a little warmer. But we got both these fish on worms with a hook and no jigging. So often I have Swedish pimples with worms on the ends on, and then these three, the two regular rods and the tip up, have just worms on. So We are gonna fish this out for a little while, and we're both feeling pretty good about getting a few more out here. Boy, come here. That ridge right there is on the other side of the lake from us, and that is a very good hunting spot. A couple of years ago, my dad and I tracked a buck following some does, starting all the way in the south end of that ridge, working all the way north for over 3 miles in the middle of the rut. We never caught up to the buck, but it was an amazing day in this area. It definitely has a lot of big deer in it, so as much as I'm squirrel hunting right now, I also wouldn't mind to pick up a shed. So this right here is a snowshoe hare track. It's what we're mainly looking for, and they actually leap so long that their back legs come in front of their front legs, and they leave these tracks that are fairly easy to identify. So as I'm hunting, I'm just kind of looking for tracks, and there's quite a few right in this area, so this could be a good spot. We're looping around to the back side. You can see Oth up there. Doesn't look like he's caught anything yet, but maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Oth just got a nice one. He just got a nice fish. That's awesome.
All right, I didn't get the camera rolling in time, but just caught another nice cutty. Nice, beautiful cutty through the ice. Probably, I don't know what he is. He's probably 14 inches. Super colored up. Lots of red. Beautiful fish. He's almost starting to get a kipe on him, but yeah, I wish I had the GoPro rolling, but I saw the rod go and I was like, I gotta grab it. But yeah, get him taken care of and get another worm on this rod and whoo, send her back down.
Guys, I'm sorry. Oh, we just got another one, and it was one of those situations where you're either gonna get the fish or the camera. You gotta choose, and I chose the fish, so I'm sorry. Another beautiful cutty. Oh my God. I wish I got that on video. Oth took Boy up to hike again for some squirrels. He's been gone for an hour or so, and we have had nothing for the last like 2 hours. And just all of a sudden, boom, hit like a freaking rock. Well, we are making our way closer and closer to a limit every time. A limit is 6 fish per person, so we're 2 away from a 1-man limit, and we are 8 away from a 2-man limit. So, and these fish, I mean, they're just absolutely gorgeous. This was our first, second, third, fourth, and all of them. Just the colors on them and the meat on these cutthroats are absolutely fantastic. All right, well, it is getting towards dark. It's around 3:15 right now, and so we've got pretty much an hour and a half left of reasonable light. So Oth and I pulled in our lines. We left one tip up out there, but we are going to make a little fire and cook up a couple of these fish. I brought some lemons, I brought some salt and pepper, and so we're gonna have a little food out here. Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably what we'll just do then, because this is dry. All right, well, it can always be a challenge in the winter time to start a fire. Luckily, I found some pieces of wood that were left here by somebody else, and they were actually fairly dry in the center, so I just split them open, and now I'm just going to take my hatchet here and I'm going to shave some real fine pieces off of the small pieces that I already chopped, and then so I'm having something like this, which is just infused with sap, makes it real easy in the wintertime. I like to carry those around in my emergency bag, and that just makes this whole process a lot smoother.
This would help if I got the actual jet oil out, huh? He's got more attached. I tell you what, she's gonna go now.
You better.
You can do all 4 or just 2?
I'll just do 2. Holy cow. Is that done? Yeah, find out.
I'll find out. He's gonna eat it.
got
Boy,
it?
boy,
Oh
boy,
my
no.
God. Bro, what is going on? Okay, just put it right there.
Boy, no.
That looks absolutely amazing. Well, I think they are done. Well, we're gonna do a little lemon action here. Extremely dull.
Oh yeah. Put some squeezins on
Oh,
it.
that's a full lemon right there. And then just take yourself a little bit of that.
Dang.
Oh my goodness, that's good.
It is good.
Granted, I haven't eaten since 8 a.m., but that is really good. Fall off the bone tenderness. Look at that backbone peel off there.
Mm-hmm. It's not that far away, dude.
It's really not. It's like 9 hours. It's not far at all. All right, well, we have had an amazing day. It's been an awesome one. Caught some fish, made a fire, ate some good food, and enjoyed some good company. So we are going to get ready to hike out of here. We've got about 1.5 miles to get back to where we're parked here, and that is going to wrap it up for this one. So we will see y'all next week.